Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Ralston Roberts. He's a CEO of Instinet. Ralston, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to MarketSite.
Oh, thanks for having me, Jill.
And Instinet, you've been an innovator in financial services for over 50 years, I would argue, one of the original fintechs. Explain to us where the focus is now.
Well, yeah. So, over the last 50 years, we found a lot of success through innovating in technology with a focus on improving the overall trade life cycle. And if you think about that through the lens of a client, we've worked with them on helping them navigate through global markets, navigating different liquidity pools around the world, innovating in and around analytics, and lastly, helping them with different workflow solutions. And that's helped shape how our firm is organized today. And so today, we're organized around three different pillars, focused on execution services, liquidity venues, and lastly, software solutions. The software solutions being something that we've just really brought to market a couple of years ago, and this is probably our where we feel like we're adding a ton of value in the industry as far as helping our clients leverage that best-in-class technology that we've been using at Instinet for over 50 years, are now able to extend it and leverage that service.
Let's talk about the sustainability initiative that you launched in 2020. What's the background behind it? How did it come about? Because from my understanding, it's more about the operational footprint more so than investments. That's
right. So a couple years ago, we were sitting down in a strategy session and we were thinking about where the markets are going, and obviously electronic trading is a big push for all firms. And as we were thinking through that problem and trying to understand the requirements around that from an infrastructure perspective, one of the things we quickly honed in on was the increasing demand for energy consumption and the footprint that was going to leave in the world. And we decided that we needed to do something to get ahead of that. And so in 2020, we launched some internal campaigns focused at reducing our overall carbon footprint with an aim by 2025 to have a zero carbon footprint. And so, off the back of that, the fastest way that we felt that we could do that was by leveraging renewable energy sources to power our data centers. And so we've been working through some efforts here to deploy that, and I'm happy to report that we've made some great success. And Newport, which is our trading order management system, is almost fully carbon neutral.
Wow. And in 2021, you took a big step, right, with a grant with the Wildlife Conservation Society called RedPositive, R-E-D-D. Tell us more how that came about and how that helps to fight climate change.
So I guess really off the back of the momentum around thinking through carbon footprint and thinking, what else we could do, we kind of went back to the team and we were brainstorming on this. And the general question was, is there something else we can do? And the overall response from the team was 100%. And so we started to explore different relationships or opportunities to further that agenda. And we met the Wildlife Conservation Society and started talking to them about things that we could do together. And so off the back of those conversations, we worked with them to establish this this grant that was behind founding the RedPositive program. Mm-hmm. And so, we're super excited about that. This is an initiative that's focused on, preserving wildlife, natural forests and other, wildlife areas that are referred to as like carbon sinks. And so that's what the team's been focused on. That's what the project has been focused on. And we're pretty positive on the establishment of this program as a mechanism to drive further charitable investments in this area, which will then open up other projects and opportunities.
Let's talk about financial services overall. Why should our industry be focused on climate change and take action?
I think, we as leaders in financial services have responsibility. And as part of our efforts as leaders, we're focused on trying to understand the impact from a business perspective, from an environmental perspective, and socially. And I think it's important for us and important for others to take a leadership role here and take action on it. And so I think Instinet has always been able to improve its position in the marketplace by innovating through technology and innovating in these different programs. And we think this is just one more area that we can focus on, and we would encourage the rest of the financial services community to also get involved.
And to wrap up here, the week of September 19th, of course, is Climate Week in New York City, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussion around these topics. What is your plan around participating?
Yeah, so we have a handful of things planned for next week. Starting on the 21st, we are celebrating the day with a trading day dedicated to the Wildlife Conservation Society and the RedPositive program. And we'll be doing a webinar in conjunction with WCS that starts at 12:30 on the day, that will be going over the programs that they have, the projects that they're working on, and we'll have some guest speakers that are going to highlight 3 different individual projects that we had funded and what the benefit was to the overall community. Then on the 22nd, we're kind of carrying on the celebration of the week, and we will be hosting an event at Central Park Zoo, where we'll be having a client event, having cocktails and kind of celebrating the day and the program. WCS will also be attending that event with some of their colleagues and people that are experts in the area, providing guidance and feedback on the things that they've been working on.
Yeah, truly remarkable work. We appreciate the insight, Ralston. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.